We want to say you're in or you're out. That's not our job. We're not qualified to have that job. Now, Christian, I want to talk to you for just a moment. Christian, we need to figure out where our role is in all of this. Where our role is in this story in Matthew 22, because it's the same role that we carry today. See, because so many times we make the mistake and we want to be the king. We want to say, you're in or you're out. That's not our job. We're not qualified to have that job. Our job is the job of the servant. We are the servant, and our role is the invitation. Our job as a servant of Christ is to deliver the invitation of the wedding feast, deliver the invitation of God to the world. That is our calling. That was our calling in the story. That's our calling now, even in a divided culture. So there are three things I need us to realize about our calling, three things about the invitation we need to grasp. Number one, the invitation is God's to give, but ours to deliver. It's God's to give, but He says, I want you to be a part of what I am doing. I am calling on you to deliver the invitation to the world. That is our job, Christian. That is the Great Commission. We get to be a part of taking the invitation of God to a divided world. Number two, the invitation is given in love. It's given in love. Love is why we have an invitation to give. Why do we deliver it in love? Because that's how the invitation was given to us, so that's how we are to deliver it to the world. For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, that whosoever believes in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. That is the reason we have an invitation. And that is the calling from God on how to deliver the invitation. The call to be Christ-like, to be a peacemaker in a broken world, it starts with delivering the invitation of God in love. If you've been here for any of this series on peacemakers, that's what a peacemaker is. Even in a divided culture, deliver the invitation in love. Number three, the invitation is for all. Catch this, good and bad. It's for everyone, good and bad. The servants were sent out to tell everyone they can find about the invitation of Christ. They gathered all whom they found, good and bad. We don't get to decide who does or does not get an invitation to Christ. We don't get to say, Jimmy, he's had a messed up life. He needs to work on some things before he comes to Christ. We don't get to say, did you see Kelly on her Facebook who she voted for? Maybe we should hold off giving her an invitation. No, that's not how it works. We don't get to decide who gets the invitation. Our job is to deliver the invitation in love to everyone we can find. The Holy Spirit is the person who works on the hearts. God makes the final decision of who is in or who is out, who has accepted Him and who has not. The King makes the judgment calls. We do not. That is our call. And that means we are delivering an invitation to the world, to people we like and people we may not like. To people we agree with or people we may not agree with, politically, theologically, over cultural issues of truth. Our calling is the invitation. We need to examine ourselves. What are we doing with that invitation?